I'm Dr. Mandy from Real Good AI, and let's talk about a question we get a lot. And that question is, why don't you talk about how bad AI is for the environment and how poisonous these data centers are for the communities they're in? Well, those things are bad. They're very bad. The reason we don't talk about them is just because those are symptoms of the bigger problem that the AI methodology is inadequate. And as a scientist, it is my goal and my duty to try and fix those inadequacies. So I just wanted to fill in a few dots for you between those things are bad and what we're doing here at Real Good AI and how those things connect. Even if we wanted to get those companies to stop doing what they're doing, which we do, there isn't a lot of incentive that our small team of scientists could offer these companies to try and stop them from doing this, right? But in theory, if there were an alternative AI that didn't require them to build this infrastructure, that didn't require them to acquire all this data incorrectly, that didn't require them to spend billions on the computation, then that would be mutually beneficial. Not just because it would be better for all those good environmental and otherwise things for the community, but the companies would pick them because it would make them the most money, which is what they're trying to do. That actually is our strategy as Real Good AI, is we want to create this new methodology that totally reinvents AI by not using as much data, which in turn would use much less computation to train. And that just means building more structure into the model and all this math that I talk about all the time. And so whenever I talk about like computational efficiency or we improved the computing this much, I'm talking, in my head at least, about the environment. Because if we had these methods, we could give them to the companies, they would adopt them because it would be a win-win. And that would just mean that these data centers and all of these problems that you're talking about that are symptoms of the problem would be totally eliminated in theory. Now, we have a lot of research that we need to do, and this is not an easy science problem. Like, oh, well, let's just change the world today. But that's what we're trying to do here at Real Good AI, and I hope that you will join us and help us and understand whenever we're talking about boring math, it's because we're talking about the environment and how we can save the world.